just knew it was going to be a very exciting matchup. Not playing for 2 weeks, it was difficult for us to really contain some energy early, but I really feel that we had a very good game plan. South Dakota State did a great job of knocking down shots and making us pay if we obviously made a mistake. But I thought our defense, and KK really set the tone defensively and with her steals. And then obviously I thought we moved the ball around and did some really good things inside and outside.
We'll open for questions for the student athletes, please.
So are you trying to one-up Brittany at some point tonight? No. I mean, just joking aside, but just how's just your game and then the shot, and did everything just come in rhythm today for you?
Question obviously for Courtney Moses.
Yeah, definitely. Teammates were just setting great screens. Our team had so many assists today. We were just talking about it, and it all comes from your teammates, and then you just have to knock down the shot.
Courtney, at times this has been a frustrating year from a shooting perspective for you. Just was this a nice way to sort of remedy some of those struggles throughout the year?
My team has always had confidence in me. I've always had confidence in myself. So just to go out and continue and be confident is definitely a good feeling.
KK, just be able to feed her the ball as quickly as you guys did. I mean, once she hit one, then two, was it just a matter of finding her on the wing?
Yeah, I knew Courtney was going to come in and have a good shooting game today. She shot great all week long in practice. So it was just getting her open and just the little things. And Courtney has a quick release, so she doesn't need much time to get it off.
Courtney, KK, what do you all know about South Carolina?
KK, you want to lead us off?
Just from watching a little bit of their game, quick defensive guards, pressure the perimeter, small.
Courtney?
They get after it, very high energy, very well-coached team, and they're definitely, it's tournament time, so they're getting after it.
Courtney, it looked like you guys were trying to go inside early, and you had some success there. Do you feel like that helped open things up for you a little bit later because they had to pay so much attention to your interior players?
Definitely. We were just running plays, going high-low. I remember they couldn't stop Chelsea there at the beginning of the game, and definitely when you score down low, they're gonna start collapsing in. It's gonna get the perimeter open.
KK, the first 4 minutes of the game, how much did those steals get you into the rhythm of the game? And then for this being your first NCAA tournament game, did that just maybe just settle you down a little bit?
Yeah, actually, I think it might have got me going a little more. My defense is what just gets me going, and I just get confidence off my defense. So getting steals early in the game is huge for me.
KK, did you feel like you couldn't quite put them away there until I think early in the second half or whenever it was, you had a little bit of a run, including Courtney's 2 3-pointers there back to back? Was that a pretty critical stretch and sort of giving you guys some cushion?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're a great team, and they just kept fighting, and it was hard. We'd go on runs, and then they would cut the lead, but I was pretty confident in this the whole way.
Final questions for the student athletes?
Courtney, just your thoughts on having that tournament record and hitting those 9 3-pointers.
I would sum it up in 2 ways. I would say that with Purdue, all things are possible, and with God, all things are possible.
Courtney, KK, is there any team that you played this year that is similar to South Carolina?
Texas A&M.
There's your answer.
Much film. We don't know.
Any final questions for the Purdue student athletes? All right, ladies, congratulations. We'll see you again on Monday night. You're dismissed. We'll call 10 to 15 minutes for the Purdue locker room. It does remain open. We'll ask any questions of Coach Versup.
Sharon, just that stretch there in the second half, they got within 2, and then Courtney scored 8 there in those back-to-back threes. Was that kind of the cushion you needed to maybe take control of the game a little bit?
Definitely. I mean, they did a nice job coming back. We need to settle down, make a couple shots, try to attack the basket, and try to, set Courtney up because she was knocking down shots. But again, I just think just like when Brittany knocked down those 12 threes, it's just the team just really realized what was happening, and we needed to make sure we did some key things, especially when they came back.
It did look like you were trying to go inside early. How much do you think that sort of opened things up for her and others later?
I think it was big, but then Chelsea and Alex got in foul trouble. We had a big lead, and then those two got in foul trouble, and then we didn't go inside as much. Lisa came in and gave us some great minutes again, scored baskets, did some great things. But it always helps. There's no question that helps, but I think Courtney knocked down some shots over, some really contested shots too. Contested baskets.
Coach, your scoring and shooting numbers way up today over your averages. Their defensive numbers way worse than average. Is that a case of you guys being hot, or some of that kind of the Big Ten difference? Playing in different leagues that's going to skew the numbers a bit?
It could. I think, not playing for 2 weeks makes a difference for us, but it's something that we've been used to the last 6 years. But we did shoot the ball well. I thought we distributed the ball well, took care of the basketball. And, defensively, they just did a great job of when we made a mistake defensively, they knocked down shots, and they had open looks, and they're a very dangerous team.
Just thoughts on the way KK played in her first NCAA tournament game?
I thought she did a great job. Obviously had a little scare, and made sure the 2 doctors looked at it, her knee. But she sets the tone. Her defense will just drive anybody crazy, and that sets the tone for everyone. And when she can attack the basket as well as she does, and then she just really has been running the offense exceptionally well. And, her stat line, 6 assists, 2 turnovers, and 5 steals, and 12 points. I think that's an exceptional good job by her.
This might be a pretty obvious answer, but and it might be as simply as you have 2 players who are capable of getting hot. But is there any common theme between the fact of what Rayburn did earlier in the season and what Moses did tonight?
This team has really just done a great job all year. If, someone's not doing maybe scoring as well or getting in foul trouble, that's why it's been an ultimate team. And that's the thing, everybody's so high on Brittany, everybody's been so high on Courtney because they're the ones that can actually shoot that 3 and be that successful. But it's a totally team effort, and I'm just glad that, for our team and for Courtney that she's playing so well the last 3 weeks.
Coach, what do you know about South Carolina? And also, what kind of team do you think they're like that you've played this season?
Probably similar to Texas A&M, just because they have good defensive pressure. They've got long arms, they're athletic, great rebounding team. They have some players that can shoot the 3. And then obviously down low, they can do some things, whether it's off the dribble. So we've got to be able to take some pressure off our guards a little bit, and we've got to be able to isolate a little bit down low.
Just to follow up for Kyle's question, how important is it for the success of Purdue to have those multiple players that can go off any given night throughout the tournament?
I think it's huge. It's tournament time, and when you have players that can step up and score in the 20s, then you have a good chance of progressing on into the tournament, and I think that's very good. And maybe tomorrow we have 2 different scores, and that's what's really good about our team is you're not sure who's going to score the 20 points or the 10 points or rebound, and I think that's a huge advantage.
What kind of advantage is it to have these games here at Mackey Arena?
I think it's always it really helps you with the crowd. It helps you with obviously being familiar with just the whole timing and the whole atmosphere. But it's tournament time, and South Carolina has done a great job. They've won a lot of games on the road, so right now they're focusing as us against the world mentality, which we always try to have. So
Coach, it seemed like it might get lost in the shuffle with the great offensive effort, but just talk about how important your defense was in the second half there. It seemed like you were forcing a lot more turnovers.
And we talked about it. You know, we're a defensive team, and if we're going to allow, you know, people to shoot the ball as well as they did, then it's going to be tight and we could lose the game. So I said it's a choice. So, I mean, it was all about, you know, setting the tone, playing defense, getting in the passing lanes, hedging harder on screens. So we changed our defense in the second half, made adjustments, and we did real well.
We probably have about 5 minutes remaining in Purdue's open locker room for any writers that would like to get there. Last few questions.
Just a quick follow-up on Lisa. Just, is it getting to the point where you're pretty confident in getting her in here? Because it's been a couple games in a row now that she's been pretty productive in limited minutes for you.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Lisa stepped up in her role. She's done a great job of going in, and she's just has a feel for the game, and she knows how to lock out. She posts up exceptionally well. She's got great hands, you know, and what you saw tonight, 3 for 4, is normally what she does. And, you know, she had a key block. She had key rebounds. I mean, she's just exactly developing how we need her to develop right now.
What was your thoughts as Courtney kept hitting shot after shot? Obviously, you knew she was on fire, but did you realize that she was hitting as many as she was, or were you kind of more focused on other things?
I never realize. I'm just happy that they're making shots and they're going in. So I don't realize. I don't keep count. I mean, I'm never a stat person as the game goes on until I look at it. So, you know, we're just worried about winning a basketball game and sharing the basketball and having her knock down shots. And you know, she had an opportunity to do something special today.
Any final questions for Coach Versup? Excellent. Thank you very much, Coach.